The Nashville movie started with a very patriotic song being performed in a recording studio, and then it jumps back and forth with a gospel choir singing joyous songs in a different recording studio. It seems like this movie has a very large ensemble cast, with the story constantly jumping around from different stories throughout the film. There's an ending moment when a man starts using bad language and insulting someone in a bar. It causes a shock moment in the movie, and having it be a black man makes it more provocative as opposed to one of the white, shirtless beer drinkers at the car crash earlier in the movie. Also, they could have made it an all-white people movie, and they decided to showcase black people in a positive light, except for Mr. Foulmouth. Yeah. Later on in the movie, it shows some younger female folk singers in a dive bar, and their songs are really sad. It seems out of place. They could have used that same time to showcase a better song that someone might want to hear on the soundtrack. Then it goes back to the old-timey 1970s American folk song with Haven Hamilton singing one of his songs in front of a big crowd at the Grand Ole Opry. The movie does a good job making the story feel natural, almost like a well-done documentary with the movie feel. A famous female singer named Barbara Jean is hospitalized and starts crying because she isn't at the big show. I guess this could be a mild indie moment, going from an upbeat concert to a woman crying in sadness. Seems like it's trying to invoke maybe some emotions from the audience. While also it contrasts with showing a church with white people and a white choir, and then it shows a church with black people and a black choir, and both groups are singing joyous songs. Then it cuts to Barbara Jean performing by herself in a small church in front of a small congregation singing sadly. I guess this could be a Kozloff effect, the three different versions of people singing with different audiences. Wow, for independent film. Yeah. Barbara recovered from her illness and performed some of her songs in front of a big crowd. The underdog comeback story is a classic type of indie story. The movie finished with some live performances to showcase a few more artists. In a lot of ways, the movie was a big Nashville soundtrack. The crazy part is that the characters are actors with different names, and the movie makes it feel like they're real musicians. The nightclub scene was weird. There was a lady that was booed off stage, and then she goes back on stage and starts taking her clothes off. It's kind of weird. It goes from 70s folk music to a striptease. I guess we'll call that an indie moment. Yeah. I don't care for the political banner. It shows a big name someone made up, and it looks distracting. And instead of focusing on the singer, the audience is looking at the banner in the background. It would make more sense having a big banner saying Nashville for the closing songs instead of a made-up politician distracting the viewers. And then at the end of the movie, bang, bang, some guy in the audience starts shooting at people on stage. That's considered a big indie shock moment, in the film. Barbara performing was shot and taken away, and then a different girl comes on stage and sings It Don't Bother Me. And then a black chorus comes out of nowhere, and then they start singing together, and then the crowd is mostly white people. I don't know, it was just kind of weird. Maybe that's what they were going for as an indie movie, like having it have a weird kind of ending. Yeah, I can see how Nashville is a representation of an American indie movie with its shocks and weird moments instead of a squeaky, clean, all-white, old-time religion America. I did enjoy analyzing this movie. Thank you.